runs. All right, here we have it. New arrival. I believe this is a 1974 Tyco set. And this is one of the Spirit of 76 sets with the Alco C430. All right, there you go. See the contents of this set. Now the set box, pretty gnarly condition here. However, once you get past that sadness, kind of look at this other stuff. See, looks like everything's still got its what do you call it? Inserts, so forth. Everything seems to be there. So that's kind of nice. Kind of nice. Got the piggyback set. Bridge and trestle is still taped, so that's never been used. And I don't think the car carrier has ever been used. It's open, but the cars are still in their little vacuum strips. And we've got shell tank car, telephone poles, 76 caboose, Virginia hopper, New Haven boxcar. Got the C420. So we've got the handrails on it. Look like a couple of them are loose. Looks like the front truck may have popped it down a little bit. We'll have to pull that out and see what it needs. Got some paperwork. That's always nice. And look at that, another catalog. It's always nice to get a catalog. 74.75. Let's see. Oops. I remember these poacher big cars. My dad had the Fiat and the Alfa when I was a little kid. Bought them both in Kmart, about mid-70s. Pretty cool stuff. There we go. Look at those sets. That's a pretty big shifter set. And there's our set. Set number 7330. The Spirit of 76. Yeah, got all the trestles and everything. And you can see other sets that they had this year. There's the big set. I think I remember seeing something like that in the Sears catalogs when I was a kid. And then of course, even if you like Lionel, you kind of like this era of Tyco because they were kind of doing a similar thing that Lionel had pioneered, if you will, for HO scale, where you have all the operating cars, the piggybacks, the cranes, log dump, coal dump, operating box car, the pipe car, all that stuff. That's really kind of similar to the operating cars that Lionel had in the post-war period. So I'm quite certain that it was not lost on the Tyco chaps. And they really did a good job of creating these cars, even though they're, you know, smaller, plastic, cheaper, and all that stuff. But I think they all do a really good job. All right, so there's that. And of course, the box is a track. All the track and everything's there. So the bottom line is, I wouldn't go so far as to say this set's mint, per se. But by George, it probably wasn't run more than a couple of times. And certainly not, you know, certainly not done all the way. So let's get this thing out and get some pieces cleaned up and see if we can get her set up and run her. All right, here I pulled her out of the box a little bit there. Looks like we got all our handrails. That's always handy. Decals, the flag decal looks nice. So I'm gonna have to reinstall these side rails and so forth on both sides of the loco. Still got our nice yellow horns. Look at that nice new decal on the front. Another flag decal. Yeah, and I guess that's a big, sorry for the blur, that's a big decal there. She looks good. Oh, I'm missing the rear railing. I'll have to see if that's in the boxen. So it did run a little bit, because you can see that, my friends, is a little piece of tinsel in the rear non-powered truck. See the nice little Mantua Tyco weight there. Interestingly, these bottom covers aren't imprinted with Tyco or Mantua. Usually they have like some raised letters, or at least some of the, I guess some of the later 70s ones do anyway. And it's interesting they have this little screw here holding that on. I think the later ones I'm used to them snapping on. So anyway, I'll get to work on that and see what we can do there. Yippee-yi-yay.